Okay. Welcome to this training. I am so happy to walk you through this proven, time-tested, results-giving framework. And this framework is as a result of my 10 years of research, of implementation, in my own business and in my client's business. All right, I came up with this framework to show you exactly the steps, the critical steps you need to take in order to monetize your expertise, for you to make money from your passion, the topic that you love to talk about, the things that really align with you. As long as you have the expertise, this framework will help you monetize it. You don't need another certification. You can be a complete beginner. You can start today, implement all these steps, and end up with a $10,000 month. I promise you it is possible. Okay? I've seen it happen for myself over and over and over again. And so I want to walk you through the 4 steps. So I call this the MYE formula or the CDSD method. So it's the MYE formula. MYE stands for monetize your expertise, and this is the formula. As you can see, there are 4 steps here. Okay, the first step is clarify. So we begin first here at the clarify stage, and then from clarifying we move on to designing. Okay, so clarify, design. Now watch the arrow from design. It takes you to sell. So you clarify first, you design next, then you sell before you do what? You deliver. That's the last point. As you can see, the deliver is where it all ends. That's where everything ends pretty much. So first you clarify, then you design, and then you sell, very importantly, before you deliver. Now these steps, they are mutually exclusive, number 1. However, they are chronological in nature. If you try to design before you clarify, you would lose out on the framework. You would miss out on the result you can get from this framework. If you try to sell before you design, you will also miss out on the results you can get from this framework. Now, a lot of people, most frameworks that you will see out there, they typically would deliver before they sell, or they will sell right after everything. That is not the case here, and this is one of the things that makes this formula so unique. So in the next 7 minutes or 8 minutes, I'm going to walk you through the steps one by one. So the beautiful thing is that each of these steps have 4 steps under them as well. So it's 4 times 4, which means you end up having 16. Okay, 16 elements making up this formula. Are you ready? Let's go on to the first step. The first step is clarify. Okay, clarify here means that you are breaking things down in their basic elements. You are clarifying the whole essence of your expertise and why you want to monetize it. So there are 4 things you have to clarify here. The first thing you must clarify is your why. Why is this important? Why is your expertise important? Why is your monetization of the expertise important? So what is your why for doing this? As you can see, that springs into 2 categories. There's first your why for monetizing. There's also your why for your expertise. Then clarify your solution. So what is the solution? You just can't be a HR consultant or a tech something. What is the solution people would live with when they are done with you, when they are done going through your process, what is the solution they would leave with? It is very, very important that people understand your solution. A lot of us experts, we live in this, technical world where we are the geeks. People, we just so have the words figured out, but people have a hard time understanding what you are saying because we are using jargons to express ourselves. So it's time to clarify the solution in layman's terms. What will they get? What is the solution you are helping people with, or that you are offering to people? What's the problem you are helping people with? The next thing you must clarify is your market. It's not enough for you to have a market. You have to define it. Don't just say, oh, the whole world needs what I have to offer. No. Beyond that, there are categories, class of people who need what you have to offer. So get really clear on who these people are. Finally, clarify your offer. There's a slight difference, well, not really slight, it's actually massive difference between the solution and the offer. Your offer is what people are paying for. Your offer is the product. It's, for example, the service you are rendering to people. It's the product you have attached to your solution. It could be a course, it could be a consultation, it could be coaching, it could be done for you services, whatever it is. That is your offer. You have to clarify the offer. Your offer needs to have a name. Your offer needs to have a brand. It needs to have a visual representation of that product. So your offer is the product. It's what people are paying you for eventually. Okay? Then we have design. With the designing, you are designing the offer. You are designing the experience people would have. And so the first thing for you to design is the framework. The framework is the foundation. It's the step-by-step process that people would have to go through in order to achieve the results you have promised them. Now, that should make you remember something. The framework of this of this training that I'm showing you, the framework of monetize your expertise, which is this is the second step in the framework. Remember, I told you it's a CDSD. Clarify, which we just completed. Design, which we are on now. The third is what? Sell, and then we have deliver. Remember that, right? So first, you want to have a framework. Your framework is your body of work. It is your signature process that you take people through in order to achieve the solution you have to offer. So design your framework. Then design the content of your offer. So what are the modules of your offer? What are the lessons? Will there be worksheets? So what will be the content of the solution you have to offer? So if, for example, you're giving a consultation, what are the steps? What are the critical things you are delivering in your offer? That forms the content. In this case, in the Monetize Your Expertise case, we are looking at you delivering either a coaching, a consulting, or an online course. Okay, but primarily an online course that helps you to make money passively. But first, you have to deliver on coaching before you can convert that coaching into online course. That way you are able to ensure transformation. People won't just buy a course content from you and not expect to get result from it. But how you can ensure they get result is by designing the content in a transformational way. And you are able to do that very well when you have coached people through your framework. You have feedback, you have testimonials and things like that. Okay, so content is very important. Then you design the user experience. How would people consume the content? That's the user experience. Will you use Wow Funnels to host your courses? Will they be on YouTube? Will they be on Kajabi? How will they access your content? For example, if you're watching this video, you are watching it on my website, and my website is hosted on Wow Funnels. And from the freebie you got into this page, or from anywhere you can go to this page, I may have mentioned Wow Funnels. If not, just go to wowfunnels.io. That's where I host all my content, my courses, my website, my funnels. Everything is on Wow Funnels. So you want to design a user experience. How would people get to consume your content? It's part of the designing. Then the fourth thing you must design is the sales flow. How will people buy your offer? How will they buy the product? Okay, so there is a part of sales flow. This is also where your sales funnel comes in. Will there be a freebie download? Will there be a freebie masterclass? Will there be a boot camp? Will there be a sales page? Will there be a sales call? It's a sales flow. You have to design how people will get to buy from you. So the third step is for you to sell. Yes, you sell. So you sell your offer to people before you even create it. I know. So we call this the pre-selling part of things, where you allow people to pre-order. This allows you to validate your offer. People are able to say, yes, I want it, before you even create it. So how do you sell? First, you attract your ideal customers, your target audience. Then you engage them. There is some back and forth conversation with them. Then you invite them to work with you. You invite them on a sales page or on a sales call and things like that. And then you convert them by receiving payments from them and onboarding them. So again, this happens on a pre-order format. Before you even create it, before you spend a dime or a minute creating the offer, you want to first sell it and be sure. The only way you can know if people will buy your offer is when you put it out there and they buy it. If they don't buy it, then trust me, then you might as well not create it. So I always pre-sell my offers. I try to sell at least 10 pieces of my courses before I create them. That assures me that indeed it's a viable one. And the ones I don't sell, guess what? I don't create them. And I refund those who have paid, maybe 2-3 people who have paid, with an apology and a way to compensate them. But unless it's been sold, I don't create it. And then finally, we have deliver. Yes. So once you've sold it, you made some money. Now it's okay for you to deliver. So how do you deliver? First, you deliver your contract. As an expert, you must have the contract that really talk about the terms and conditions of working with you. And then you deliver on the content, deliver on the solution you have designed, the framework and things like that. And then you begin to receive feedback, begin to collect feedback from people, to refine, to edit. You may even have to rename your offer. I know I've had to do that severally. Or you may have to readjust or rearrange your framework. For example, when I began to teach this content, it was on CDSD. It was from feedback. I got new names. I rearranged all these 16 elements. I rearranged them. And of course, once you have feedback, that's a good time for you to begin to plan your relaunch. And so then you relaunch. So this is the whole thing. Feel free to do a screenshot, and I'm so happy to walk you through this framework. And I'm even more happy to invite you for the opportunity to get this framework in my course, the Monetize Your Expertise kit. In this kit, I walk you through all these steps with practical worksheets, templates, even my sales script. Remember why I told you that you want to sell to people either on a sales page or on a sales call? All my high ticket offers, I sell them through sales calls. When I say high tickets, I mean my courses above $5,000. I do them from sales calls, and I'll be giving you my sales script. That way you know what to say on your sales call. I will also be giving you templates of my landing pages for my freebies, where that is when you are trying to attract people to yourself. I will also give you templates of my sales page. All you have to do is just to edit, change the colors, change the pictures from my own to your own, and you will be good. I also give you email sequence for you to customize to offer your own freebies and get people to buy from you. It's a whole lot, and I encourage you to use the button below this video to read more about the offer and take advantage of the limited time discount. So go ahead, hit the button below this video and sign up for the Monetize Your Expertise course. So when you hit the button, it will bring you to this page, and then you will see the opportunity for you to get this course. So you get a complete breakdown of how to turn your experience into an offer and sell it, so you don't have to keep sharing it for free. You get my premium client attraction and conversion strategy, my foolproof sales script, my foolproof sales system for converting cold audience, beginner friendly tech tutorials. Oh my god, we have tons of tech tutorials for you. So go ahead and get this kit. It is a game changer. I promise you, it is perfect for you, even if you don't have any experience yet when it comes to selling, but you have passion, you have expertise, then you can do this. Okay, so go ahead, hit that button, and I'll see you in class. Bye for now.